watching the typical I'll fake it till I make it channel. Hello, this is Evolving with Etta, and on my channel, we talk about life and relationships. So if you're ready for something real,
Stay tuned.
to evolve is to live. Hey there, this is Evolving with Etta, and my channel is about life and relationships. And today, I just wanted to chat about my Memory Lane Monday. So I tussled a little bit trying to figure out exactly what it is that I wanted to chat about, because I've done quite a bit of travel, but I've done most of that with Howard. So I wanted to be able to do that part with him. So I'm not going to talk about all of the travel that we've done until we do it together. It only seems fair. So I'm going to discuss exactly why it is that I started my YouTube channel. It is nothing like I had intended. Is nothing like what I'm doing today. I actually really started my channel because, crazy enough, it was February 2020. This panorama thing, none of this had started. There was very little talk about Covina. So we weren't really like caught up in anything that was going on with that. So I actually really started the channel because a dear friend of mine named Tony, my BFF's cousin, and Donna had, it was a friend of hers that the three of us would get on Zooms. And for some reason, it's something we were doing where we were discussing evolving in life. We were discussing growing in life and changes. I don't know what it was that we would get on a weekly call and just discuss growth. What are the things that we wanted to accomplish in our lives? And, we start talking about, businesses or, just how we're going to further filtering out information and education that we are equipped with. And for some reason, Donna was, oh gosh, she was great. She could do like the travel aspect of things. She was very knowledgeable in events and planning and things like that throughout the city throughout probably the state or throughout the region, because she was really up on, like current events and things that were happening. And she was in touch with what was going on. And fortunately, Tony, she was into like people development, things like that, like skill development, stuff like I'm always into like a self-development type of thing. So she was also in the process of, doing courses and having clients to talk with, and possibly schools or businesses that she could sit down and talk with, in reference to developmental skills, things like that. So for some reason, God brought us together on these calls, and it just sparked something in me. And we discussed, the YouTube channel, podcasts, things like that. So I mean, and I just felt, okay, so I have some messages to get out there. I have some things I want to share. I have some, things to say. And it turned into my channel. And for some reason, I joined Think Media. They had a VRA, like a membership group, which is called the Video Ranking Academy, meaning, hey, so if this is your first time here, thanks for coming on in and checking out my channel. Poke around and check out some more videos and tell me what you think. Leave me some comments in the actual video and let me know if you like the channel. And what is it that you like about the channel? If you are a returning subscriber, please know that I truly appreciate you. And without you subscribing, I would not be here and I would not stay here. So come on back, watch some more videos, and tell me exactly what you feel about what honestly tell me what you feel about exactly what it is that I am uploading. Is it stuff that you're coming back to watch? Is it something that you're looking for in particular? Is it more of the relationship? Is it more of the vlogging? Exactly what is it that you like about my channel? I just like to know, because I just like to be putting out what you like. Okay, so thank you very much. And yeah, go ahead, finish watching this. This is how you're going to work on your videos to get them to rank, to get them to rank, to get them to, you know, a certain standard, so that they could be highly viewed, to get people's attention, you know, immediately, you know, like the thumbnails, you know, the click-through rates and all kinds of stuff. You know, a viewer will want to stay on your video because you've taken the time to study exactly what it is that your viewers like. You've taken time to study the professionalism or the actual work that it takes to try and do a decent video in order to get people to come in and watch and to stay around and, you know, stay to the end of the video. So that's Think Media. That was a group that I had decided to join with on Facebook. They had a Facebook group, and I mean, they were great. I mean, I still am a part of that. Then I decided to join in with Dean Graziosi, and he was someone that I paid attention to after watching Tony Robbins. Now, Tony Robbins is a lot to take in. If you've sat through any of his seminars, he's a lot, and it's a beautiful thing. But Dean is like, he talks to, you know, I felt Tony was talking Tony was talking not directly to me in the sense of, I want you to get it, because I don't know. I really can't say that, you know, people teach things differently. So I really can't say how specifically, but Dean just he just spoke to me in a way that I got it, you know. So, so I joined his community, and I'm still a part of that. And he's so great. I mean, days in the week, many days throughout the week, he comes on and does lives, and, you know, I mean, it's not like a chat fest or anything like that, but he wants to connect and wants to be sure that we know that he is, you know, always going to be, you know, somehow reaching out, and then you get, you know, what everybody does now, the SMS. He sends out the text messages, things like that. And some people, like with different communities, some people will send out the text, but you can't necessarily respond back to them. They will say respond, but you'll get like not a bounce back, but you'll get a message saying, you know, this has been deleted because, you know, it's going back out to everybody in the community, I guess. But I've received responses off of specifically to me. So I just will rock with Dean. And so, you know, I just got into, you know, like the meat and potatoes of exactly what it is that I was trying to do. But because I always get in my own way, I put the pause on at a lot, especially with the panorama going on. I definitely just lost all sight of anything that had to do with growth or anything that had to do with wanting to build and this greatness. And I wasn't like starving like that for all of that through all Covina and all that stuff we were going on. I wasn't starving to do something and to be grand on YouTube or any social platform, because real life was happening. And that was way more important to me than anything, because I'm very close with my family. I'm a very family oriented person, and social media didn't matter to me. So my family did. So fortunately for me, I didn't dabble into doing a whole lot or getting too caught up with trying to build or create something, because all that interest in creating anything was gone, because I was an essential employee, and I've mentioned this before in other videos. I had to go to work daily. I had to go to work every day. And I just wasn't one of those type of people who was like, oh, I'm gonna find something else. I'm not gonna do this. And I mean, it bothered me. It bothered me for quite a while, because I felt like I was out there living in zombie land. I felt like I was straight up living in The Walking Dead, because I didn't want to be bothered with anybody. I don't want to see anybody. Damn sure didn't want anybody breathing on me or looking at me, because we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know what the hell to expect with this thing that was going around. So the last thing I wanted to do is be around people. So it just became a point in time where I had to realize, okay, so what is the relevance of what I'm doing? What is what I'm doing important? Is what I'm doing needed and necessary? And then it just gave me a whole different outlook in things. Yes, it's definitely working for someone else, but I felt at the time I wasn't going to just run away from it, because I was afraid. I wasn't going to be like petrified and scared and just run away from it. So I just, put my feet to the ground, and I just maintained my job and stayed doing what I was supposed to do. And I just did it. And fortunately, 2.5 years later, coming out of it, I just realized that, we are challenged to do certain things at certain times, not even knowing that we are put in a position where someone is watching what you're doing to help them get through what they're going through. So, I mean, I had family members that still had to go to work every day, and, would say stuff to me like, wow, you were out there, you were pushing, you were every day, doing this. So I'm like, okay, yeah, but that we all have to do what we have to do. I didn't really have a choice in the matter. Yes, I know people rolled out and pulled out and did what they want to do, but wasn't gonna happen to me. So I just, I stayed where I was, and I just feel when it's time for me to move, I'll move. When it's time for me to shift, pivot into something else, it will happen. I am where I'm meant to be. I sincerely feel that way. I don't feel that God will put me where I don't belong. So with that being said, when I started my channel, I started it to help, well, for me, I thought it was to help educate people in dealing with not just a man-woman relationship, but to deal with all relationships. I just thought the knowledge that I had and how I have maneuvered in my relationships, they ain't been perfect by far. I have lost friends, not as in death, but as in they've walked out of my life. I have walked out of some lives. I've lost touch with plenty of people, related to or not. I have had to honestly be for real with myself and realize that I am a valuable person. I have a lot of greatness to offer, and being in a position where I don't receive what I'm giving. It's not like you do things because you want to receive that specifically from people, but it is, if I am treating you this particular way, I do expect the same treatment in return. If I'm respecting you in your position as who you are, yeah, you need to reciprocate that. And if I feel that you're not, I will hesitate about furthering the relationship, related or not, because I know I should be valued. So I I just felt that I had, a lot of knowledge being in a relationship for the amount of years. At that time, it was just 22 years. And having friends since the age of 5, like I said, I've fallen off some of those friendships, but some I haven't. And I'm just blessed that after 50 years old, I can still call a handful of women my best friends. And I mean, yeah, you go through your crap, but guess what? They're still my girls. And I'm very, very grateful for that blessing. So when I started the channel, I would, we would converse all the time and would chat all the time about, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should call it? Well, how, should it be named this? And, what should my logo be? And I went through all kinds of crap, but I never really got the logo thing down to a science, because I'm just all over the place. I didn't know what I wanted it to be. And so I stopped tripping about that. I stopped obsessing over that and said, well, let's just do the channel and see where we go with this and see how, we like it. So then it was a point where I just wanted to do the podcasting thing, because I'm okay with the video. But at the time, watching Pat Flynn, he talked about if you don't want to do the video all the time, podcasting is perfect. And podcasting was perfect for me because I love to talk, but I also love the fact that I could podcast and just speak into the mic and just go and go and go. And I found that very interesting. But dealing with my Think Media group, they were pushing for video, which is like the most favorite thing now. So they were just saying how video is so much more important to get that information filtered out there. So that's evergreen content that will never grow old, because it will always help somebody. So I'm like, that's the reason that I started. So if that's what we're going to do, okay, so let's really get into that. And I just feel that, when they were like, pick a niche, pick a niche, pick a niche. I'm like, pick a niche. I am multifaceted. How do I just stick with one thing? So I played around with, a few things there. And he's like, the one thing that stays, or that's the most popular, is the thing you should consider doing your channel about. So a lot of people were interested in my relationship with Howard. So I tried to, and I have stuck with that for quite a while, but I can't record with him each and every day, but I always wanted to do something that I could, just boom, hit record and just go. And again, it's not that spark and that drive and that interest is not in him. That's not, he didn't want to create the channel. He's just fortunately doesn't mind when I'm asking him to do this with me, but I am the one that has an interest in this. And I just feel, that I don't want to, and I just feel that I want to add something to the world. I want to offer something to the world. I can't keep dragging him in on it just because I want to, hit record and shoot a video. So I had to figure out if that is going to be it. So, and then realizing I should stay niched, but I can't. I just can't. So, and then I noticed that will give, they say, confusion to my audience if I do random things. And I don't think I'm so random. It's just that, there's some different things. And I don't want to bore my audience with the same old, so I have, switched things up a little bit. I started vlogging, but that's always been an interest of mine because I don't know if I've mentioned this ever before. I'm sure I have. In high school, photography was my major. So editing in the dark room and, things like that, and quiet time and that precision, and that just all that came along with photography and developing film was always in me. I always had an interest in that kind of stuff because I just like, developing, creating and forming something. And I like, having a vision for something and being able to see what I've created and let it be this thing. I mean, I'm sure we've all been into some type of event planning, decorating, helping somebody with something. Those who are creative have always had some aspect of that in them. And you've always participated in something, somehow, some way, because we're all expressive like that. So saying pick a niche was just like, cut off all my fingers. I can only use one finger. That's just not going to work. I need all my fingers. So I just decided I'll, still have relationship stuff in there, but I can't just stay niched down, which will probably hurt my channel. But I'm just hoping that something just sparks it off because it's growing really slowly, but they say slow and steady wins the race. But it's I think it's growing slowly because maybe I don't upload as much, or maybe what I'm uploading is the reason why, because it's not about men and women cheating on each other, and it's not about gossip, and it's not about crap. It's not about me and my girlfriends and the crap and stuff that you have to go through. So, we don't have those conversations, so we don't go through that kind of stuff. So again, I'm going on 55 years old. And if that is a situation that's happening in your world, I'm sorry, but I just don't allow it. So, yeah, I just, the thing with starting the channel, I just felt I had something to offer. I felt I had something positive and something good to offer. Positive is not always what people want to see and hear. So I'm just going to sit in this slow and steady and hope that eventually it becomes great and grand. And, once I get my 1,000,000 subscribers, then, I can look back and say, wow, it wasn't so bad, but it did take time. Yeah. So there we go. I just really wanted to just be the type of channel that people go to when they're having a rough time understanding why people do these things. Why people do things that they do, where they're not able to explain exactly how they feel, because there may be a little difficulty. Something might hurt their feelings. Something just might not come out right. So yeah, I have quite a few videos that says all of that. So I don't know. It's just, my cousin told me my stuff is just too straight in your face. And Howard also said that too. No man my age is going to want to be dealing with me because I was always in your face with the, honesty. So I don't know, mate. I don't know, but that's how I know. That's how I've lived. And, but I am very diplomatic about it. I am very careful when it comes to, certain people, certain situations. You have to be delicate about things. So I don't know, but as normal, I'm rambling on because I'm a chatterbox, and I just actually wanted to come in and say, hey, Memory Lane Monday, these are the things and the reasons why I started my channel. So in the description, I'm going to leave some videos that I would like you to take interest in, and let me know what you think about them. Honestly, leave me some comments in the actual video or within this one of exactly how you feel about, what I'm saying and how I'm delivering the message. Exactly what are you getting? Are you getting anything from these messages? And if so, exactly what is it that you could be getting? And should I change the direction of where I'm going with this? What is it that you're interested in seeing? Exactly what should I be uploading? Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye. To evolve is to live.